everyone. NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Eagles going up against the Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To Vereen out in the flat. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, in the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here we go now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. The New York Giants offensively, their starters, and one guy out wide to take a look at, Sterling Shepard.
A really mature man in every way coming out of Oklahoma. Personally and professionally. You can play him out wide, play him in the slot. He can return punts for you. He's a dynamic playmaker.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Victor Cruz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Philadelphia first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This complete to Josh Huff. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Huff, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Oh, nice move. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
Now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
And the hard count got the defense there, encroachment, and the 5-yard penalty. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. to throw again. And that's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Williams. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
He'll look, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out here in the eye. Offense looks to punch it in here from, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Shane Vereen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-39.
Wentz will try again on second down. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On second down, Ryan Matthews. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Wentz now to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. 8 yards there and a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
To throw is Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Here we go, now. Check, Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Back up, Philly. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. There goes Sterling Shepard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and it's 21-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Eagles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
And he's brought down. 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Eagles. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
No. Check. Patriot. 3-19.
On first down, Wentz. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He was looking for Dorial Green Beckham, and that'll bring up second down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Matthews, the intended target. And they'll make it 3rd
showed up on the board.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back nine, Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. you're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Wins to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And tough starting field position here. Now a first down run here. This is Vereen. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Wentz. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Eagles are going to have a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on first is Wentz. Finding time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
In motion goes Huff. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's got time. Looking for Aguilar. and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Come out throwing here to start the drive. Larry Donnell the target, and he's got it. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On second down, here's Wentz. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jelani Jenkins coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's got time in the pocket. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Wentz to throw on second down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dorial Green-Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. So they're going to go for 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw, it's Wentz. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, he'll drop to throw to Vereen out in the flat. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They go play action here on first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense defense gets a pick-6 TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables. Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. He's going to take another shot here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. Oh, shifty. Whoa. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes wrong.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. The Eagles offense. Now gets set to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll get 19 yards there, and it'll be first down Giants.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Back to throw now on first down. Finding time. And that's going to be incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews goes with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the left. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Jabal Sheard in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Brad Wing now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Brad Wing now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, got tight left, tight left. 4 down, check, 4 down. Here we go now, 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 4. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. Now, or again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Out of the gun now on third down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.